to it. That's what we're working with too. Yeah, we're good. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, elemental P. Excellent. Started. School of Hard Knocks in the Attitude Era. Are we ready? 1, 2. 1, 2. Ready. Kick it. Good day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the paradigm. Let me tell you, we are on a Rebellion run. Because Rebellion Live is the last Friday in this month. I believe that is May 30th. Check your calendars, mark your calendars, because we have Rebellion this week, we have Rebellion next week, and then we have Rebellion Live at the end of the month. So, let me talk to you. We already know a couple of things that are happening at Rebellion Live, and it's going to be a spicy meatball. We have one more thing going on at Rebellion Live. I've talked to the general managers, I've talked to Makoto, I've talked to Navia, and we've discussed things that just happened previously on Fracture. This demon, the Aswang, essentially beat Arrow, but that was the best and most motivated we've seen Arrow, and Arrow said that thing ran away from me. If it wants more fight, I got more fight in me. And so, there will be more fight. We kind of went back and forth. We're saying, oh, well, it could be like a dojo match. It could be Arrow's specialty. It could be, I don't know, Hell in a Cell. We don't know what that demon likes to fight in, but I can tell you this. It's not just one match at Rebellion Live. Arrow versus the demon formerly known as Jacob will be competing in a 3 stages of Hell match. Best of 3, essentially. Each of them will get to choose the first 2 legs, whatever match type they would like. But when it comes down to that final leg, it will be inside Hell in a Cell. So mark your calendars, 3 stages of Hell. They're gonna go through it at Rebellion Live. The Aswang has put Arrow through Hell this year, and a little bit of last year too. But now, it's personal. It's been personal for a long time, and they're looking to, well, Arrow's looking to settle things. I don't know what the Aswang is actually looking for, to be honest. It is some sort of creature. That being said, that's Rebellion Live. We gotta talk more about Rebellion proper right now, because we do know for certain we are about to see and hear from Panette. Panette, who attacked Neo in an incredible main event this past Friday at Fracture. Neo picked up the victory, but not without interference. I'm sorry, with including interference. Look, Panette walked into the ring in lieu of interference is what I was looking for, because Panette attacked Neo during that match. We're not entirely sure why, but I got my boy Taylor on the case. Taylor, who is not only my secretary, but has been officially promoted to backstage interviewer. So let's, first of all, give it up for Taylor. Give it up for my boy. You better believe it. He's that lad. He's earned it. He's deserved it. That being said, we'll be getting that later tonight, right before their match, because Neo wants to throw hands with Panette. First, we'll hear an answer. That'll be later tonight. Without further ado, though, let's get this started. Let's get this show started. It is a very mixed, count 'em, mixed gender night to really encapsulate everything that we can do in 2K25 in the new era. All except for that Panette versus Neo match. It is mixed gender, and at the tail of this show, we will have 2 of the most dominant people this year go face to face. Cassius Bright versus Rinkah is our main event. Oh man, we might be in for a treat, y'all. That being said, walk me back, and let's start off with the start of the show. We have our brand new AEW champion, Makoto Naegi, going up against the new Miss Golden Ticket in Sage. Sage, Makoto, one-on-one, and that match is about to start. When the stars go black, but also I need to actually load it. First of all, but also before we do that, I guess, how are you guys, live chat? How are you, live chat? Hopefully you're good. You're making those picks because it's Rebellion this week, it's Rebellion next week, and then it's Rebellion live. So, let's feel live as the pardon me, as the hiccups go hic and the stars go red, white, and blue, apparently. Which, you know what, there were stars on that, so I can't really be too upset. Packed show, still don't know who parked their car right there. Still unsure about that. That being said, here is our new Miss Golden Ticket. Oh. Not with the briefcase, instead with the king, her father, Eggman. Huh. I was fully expecting Sage to come out, you know, briefcase in hand, but came out with her father instead. You know what? That's fine, that's respectable. Sage put on one heck of a show, was able to survive the chamber in the final two against father, and walked out with that briefcase. Now has a guaranteed shot whenever she desires against the champion of her choosing. Who will it be? I'm not sure. She could go up toe-to-toe. She could throw hands with the one and only currently Sayaka Mizuno. In fact, imagine at Rebellion Live, Saya gets her speared out of her boots like 5 times, can barely move her midsection. Sage could slide in there with that briefcase and become the new AWE champion. In terms of the All-Star Championship, something like that could happen too. I'm sorry, Taika is the All-Star champion. In terms of the AWE championship, something like that could happen too. Remember, Yuri is going toe-to-toe with Hina. Those two are brawling it out. And if Yuri wins in a very bloody battle, or if Hina just gets hit with several crossroads but still able to somehow come on top, they're gonna beat the heck out of each other. Sage could easily slide in. But that's Golden Ticket. Let's talk about champions, including our brand new AWE champion.
From Japan, weighing in at 115 pounds, the Action Wrestling Extreme Champion,
Makoto Naegi took a beating, a unashamed beating at Ticket to Paradise. In that ladder match, he got thwomped, he got crushed, he got tossed, but in the end, he tossed Eggman out of the ring, climbed up that ladder. Eggman was a little too slow. You're too slow, something Sonic might say to him. And Makoto snatched those titles down, and look at that. A man who's overlooked no more. He is the head of this division. And now he's going toe-to-toe with the daughter of Eggman, the former champion and the current king of the AWE. Sammy calling Rebellion tonight as this fight begins. Sage looked like initiating some graps, pushing Makoto down to the ground. We gotta point out, Sage is, ain't nobody to sneeze at. Sage can go a little crazy. We've seen Sage go a little crazy on the ropes. Sam is gonna have to break that up. Come on, come on. There it is. You'll love to see it. Makoto dodged that off the ropes. Oh my gosh, Frankensteiner. Early on the onset of this matchup, Makoto is taking it to Sage. And going after the leg. Oh my gosh, still going after the leg. Maybe trying to tear out the ACL or something of that nature. But look at this. Qiqi roll up. 1. Just a 1 count. The champion versus not the golden ticket that you would assume would be the one that you go after, but Sage felt it was a duty since Eggman, thought the stairs were going to play a factor there. Oh man, they kind of played a factor there. The boot of Sage got caught up on the way down on those stairs. The stairs are a much more dangerous entity in this new era of the AWE. So we're countouts. We are at a count of 5, I believe. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. Makoto turning Sage around. Look at this. Back to the mat. And into a submission hold, trying to tear that arm back, but Sage already in the ropes. Once again, Sage voted in by you guys to be in the golden ticket. Won all the way there, and then won the golden ticket as well. I'm trying to remember, is Sage? No, Sage is the second person that you guys have ever voted in to go all the way. AJ Lee the very first, Sage now the second. It is our 3rd iteration of golden ticket holders. Eggman distracting Makoto. Eggman saying, hey, go easy on my daughter, and then may have proved dividends. Hold on. 1. Just 1. Both now have a finisher worked up, and that is something, that's something very important to note. Sage going, dragging Makoto center of the ring, maybe thinking about, hey, this will be how we end this thing. Shot right to the jaw. Sage working this. Heading to the corner. Maybe jetting over to Makoto. Big forearm right to the jaw. Makoto writhing. Oh, we've seen this before. Claw slam. And Makoto Naegi down for 1 for 2. Didn't have resiliency. Could have had a quick victory on the champion. Sage begging for Makoto to get up, rather. On the ropes. Goes underneath. And a Luthez, no. Slamming the neck and the back of the head of Makoto. He had to throw Sage off. But look at that. Oh my gosh, fancy roll up by Makoto. Look at this one, but just 1. Imagine if that's how we got the victory tonight. Oh, turned around again. And a headbutt, potentially to the back of the spine. A truly debilitating move. Makoto back in the corner. Shot to the jaw. It has been a bad time for champions lately. Been losing matches left and right, except for March 7th. Oh my gosh. The boots going directly into, and these boots very glitchy, not for nothing. Lifted right back up. Turned him around. But Makoto reversing the signature, it looks like, and he's trying to mount a comeback. Never give up hope. Right to the jaw and in the corner. Makoto might be thinking about something, but I don't know what thoughts are going through his head now after getting elbowed right in the jaw. He's thinking reversals. He's thinking go all the way around, up and around. Hope's Peak gets every ounce of it into the pinfall. 1, 2. And Sage also did not have resiliency. Both have it now. Makoto's Hope's Peak, but look at that reversal of the signature right back to Naegi. And now, off the ropes, here's the, here's the big ticket item. Makoto once again no longer has a resiliency. And if he gets stunned right now, he might not have an opportunity to build it up. Sage stalking her prey. Makoto able to climb into the corner, forcing her off for a little bit, but she's right back on the attack. Turn him around. Neckbreaker. Hangman's neckbreaker. Goodness gracious. Crawls into the pinfall. If Makoto's able to kick out of this, he should have resiliency. He still doesn't, which is crazy. And he just barely got the shoulder up. You can see Eggman over there smiling his best proud father smile. And a shot right to the ear. Turned around again, trying to drag Makoto center of the ring. I think Sage thinking about that claw slam again. Makoto lifted right back up. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious, tried to grab the ears of Makoto off. Oh, but he misses wildly. And Sage looks to take advantage of it immediately. But Makoto with the reversal. Off the ropes, goes underneath. And Single leg drop kick right to the jaw, rocks Sage. He's got her up in the sky. Ugh! Slammed right down. Lifting right back up. Could he be thinking? I thought he was thinking Hope's Peak, but I'm not sure what he's going for now. Oh yeah, never mind. That's what he's going for right here, right now. Hope's Peak connects. Eggman furious, throwing hands up in anger. That's one, that's two, and is that resiliency? It is. Sage, Miss Golden Ticket, has been putting on a fight. Look at this Lion Tamer locking right back in afterwards, saying, you still don't know where you are right now. Hesitant, deep. Oh, but able to get out of it. I don't know what wherewithal that was. No stamina left. And a leg drop by Sage. Trying to drag Makoto again. You have to keep in mind, Sage does still have a finisher on lock. Makoto trying to roll out of the way. Turns him around. And slams him right on the back of the deck. Makoto kips up. But Sage still in control. Stop there. Look at this roll through Boston Crab and the body and legs of Makoto feeling that pain, locked in deep. Will he tap? She lets it go. She let it go. Collar Elsa. Big splash to the spine. And on that note, that should be enough at this point. Makoto has been beaten. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Makoto, huh? Makoto's still refusing to burn resiliency. Crazy. I thought that was his last hope, but he kicked out of that without it. Hooked the leg. Baited Sage in, but Sage getting right back up. Sage delivering some stiff elbows right to the gut of Makoto Naegi. And a drop kick, but he rolls out of the way. Sage steps back in now, sees that Makoto was up. And Makoto stepping on to the apron, making sure that Sage is just in the way, slams her down immediately. And heads to the corner. Sage crawled up on the ropes. He may have been waiting for this opportunity, big chop. Rolled down, he is not done yet. Makoto's drop kick, basement drop kick, sliding basement drop kick. Goodness gracious. But here's the thing, Sage almost has a signature built up, almost has a finisher as well. Makoto very close to a finisher too. What is she thinking? Big chop, another big chop. Sliding through with that Boston Crab again. This time, you gotta imagine Makoto's gotta tap out. Or at least use resiliency, and he just did. Able to get himself out of that. Kick right to the jaw. But here's the other thing. Sage still has a signature on lock. Makoto might need a prayer. Sage with the reversal. Ran into Sammy. And what just happened? I don't know what just happened, but rolled right back in. He's gonna have to tap. He does. I don't know what just happened to Makoto. It's like she tore at his temples and he was starting to lose it, but she was able to slide underneath him right afterwards. A moment of fusion maybe? I'm not sure what was going on there, but that was enough to make the AWE champion tap. And you gotta believe Eggman, the proudest dad he can be, up and down after that claw slam. We thought, hey, Makoto, you're down and out for the count. Was not the case. Able to kick out. Turned around. Reversal there, and he was able to start a major comeback, which turned things around in this fight. Roll through kick. And a kick to the midsection. This is when he hit the first Hope's Peak. Up and down right onto the jaw. Crawled into the pinfall too. And into the ropes. Ran into Sammy. Here's where we were talking about. Kind of ripped at the temples of Makoto and then trapped him in that roll through Boston Crab. It was enough to make the AWE champion quit. And that is exactly why she is Miss Golden Ticket. I hope Sayaka was watching. I hope Hina was watching, because Sage might be a menace in the future. Alright, well, watch out on me over, I guess. Or I guess, give me the actual stars this time. Excellent. We gotta keep going, though. We got ourselves a tag team matchup. Friday night. I'll be real. These two, they were great. They had a fantastic showing together. I'm talking about the Disciples of Miku. They tore apart the tag team champions. It turned out to be a fantastic tag team match, but they got the job done. Going up against the #1 contenders for the men's tag team titles, I'm talking the Repaired. Let's see which of these two teams comes out on top right now as the stars go. And it's the right stars this time, yes. And let's talk about the Repaired. They have all the momentum in the world on their side. First, let's talk about that man. It was thanks to him that they looked so dominant at Ticket to Paradise. At the end of the day, he beat them so bad they couldn't answer the count of 10. But it was outside the ring. And now these two, Skull and the Great Gozu, the Repaired, look to get the job done. At Rebellion Live, they've got a tag team title opportunity. This time, there won't be any countouts. There won't be any disqualifications. It's going to be 4 boys, 2 teams, 1 set of champions standing at the end of the night decisively. I'm not sure who it's going to be. We're going to find out soon. Soon. It's just, I guess next Friday, since this Friday would not be it, so it would be next Friday. They're passing around that lantern. The Repairman's gotta be proud. Kind of surprised he's not coming out with them generally, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. One has to wonder where he is sometimes. Although, that being said, was my audience on fire again? I sure hope not, but you know what, if they were, not my bad. And here come that's not Miku. Miku's busy tonight, so oh. They do still have a friend tonight, I suppose. Qiqi coming out to aid them. Interesting. The Disciples of Miku. Qiqi coming out to accompany them at ringside. Last time they didn't have anybody to accompany them and they worked just fine. Tonight, they've got Qiqi by their side. All of these, there are, at this point, 5 Disciples. Who knows how many more there are, could be, I'm not sure. But ladies and gentlemen, it looks like they're ready. Very, very neat. Qiqi was like, I'm gonna be Miku today. Miku, who we know is in action later on tonight, Fatal 4-Way Rules. But it is Futaba starting things off against Skull, who just kicks her right in the skull. And a stomp to the back of the ankle. Put this controller down as we start to see this match fall apart. Lift her right back up. Punch to the gut. And neck swinging. Kick to the gut as well. Futaba. Oh, you know what? I fear. Cheeky roll up. Rope break. I was gonna say, what I fear the most, and look at here the boos for not Qtaro, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess for Qtaro too. Really the boos for Futaba, Qiqi, and Qtaro. All three of them, the major boos for the disciples of Miku. The audience still furious about what they did to Clea, what they've done to Mono, what they've done to Cherry, what they've been doing to not just the tag team division, to just everybody in general, everyone who they want to hurt. Now here's what we saw earlier from these two. They are incredible at some tag team work. Qiqi waiting for Skull to get up. They make quick tags and they make the most of tag team. Oh my gosh! Skull ran or fell right into Qtaro. Might have broken his fall, may have actually helped him out in the long run. Another tag almost made. Skull able to break out of it. Tossing, tried to toss Qiqi towards the Great Gozu. Doesn't work out in her favor. Hold on. Shot to the face. Skull still trying to get Qiqi into the corner. Still unable to do it. Qiqi. Oh! And a big boot this time. I was going to say Qiqi going crazy, but Skull still able to stop her at every moment. Said, alright, if I can't get a tag team move, I'm just going to make the tag. It is a big, mighty, oh no. A big, mighty bull versus a tiny little zombie. And this time Qiqi's in the corner. Hold on, shot right to the eye. But overhand shot by the Great Gozu, lifting Qiqi up to the sky. Oh no. Tossed like yesterday's garbage. Ran right into him, but he didn't fall down at all. And a big double-handed shot to Qiqi. Great Gozu relentless, saying, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, we're competitors in the AWE, and I'm about to throw some hands. Stomping away at Qiqi. Continuing to stomp away at Qiqi, but look at that, picks the leg. Stood right back up, pushed away. And dropped onto the knee. Do you see the height because Qiqi's so tiny? She's going ages into the sky. The airtime is uncomfortable. And look at that, Qtaro saying, it should be me in there whooping you. The two big men rather, arguing it out as Qiqi has some time to recover. But that distraction proved for naught as she's going face first and arm first into the rope. Tag made to Skull and a tag made to Futaba as well. And here's the thing, Futaba has built up a signature. Good for her. DDT by Skull. The Repaired are doing everything they can in this fight. Quick pinfall, quick feet on the ropes, but a kick out before one even goes down. Off the ropes, turned around, big splash into the pin again. That's one, that's two. Kick out, no resiliency burn, she had it. But I'll tell you what, if Skull lifts her up, turns her around, it could be all she wrote. Skull crushing reversal. Skull crushing reversal. And now it's Futaba backbreaker. With the signature, one, and that's just one in return. Skull turn around. Oof. Measured stomp right to the mask. These two know each other very well, admittedly. That's not something I really thought about. These two are on familiar terms. One repaired, one following Miku. Crazy times ahead. Lift it up. Into the corner. Tag's been made to Qiqi. What do they got going on here? The same assisted spine buster. Futaba has a signature, almost has a finisher. Qiqi, who's been running over towards Skull. Taking her sweet time with her little legs. Goodness gracious. Leg drop from behind as he was in a crouching position and a knee strike right to the face. Skull getting worn down by the zombie. Couple more shots to the head. And Skull able to stand out of it. Ooh, tossed her into the announcer's table. And I want to point out, we're at a count of 7. Skull steps right back in. Qiqi still clutching at that knee. Skull calling for something. Maybe calling for the end of this match. Qiqi's still groggy. Qiqi's still groggy. She's got to get in there quick. And she does. At the count of 9.5. But she comes in to a German suplex. And Skull saying, I know exactly how to win this match. Tagging in the great Gozu for a low drop kick on a beaten and battered Qiqi. Qiqi with the reversal though. So close to having a signature. Can she get it and use it against the great Gozu? Hold on, quick combinations by the tiny zombie, but tears apart the arms. Pushed away. Gozu sending Qiqi into the corner. Tag's been made. First tag team maneuver by these two. Just a shot right to the gut. Quick and simple. And whipped back. Into the pinfall. Not a terrible decision this late in the fight. One. But Qiqi got a whole lot of fight left in her. Hold on. Combinations. Quick stiff punch and an uppercut. Lift it up. Kneeling position. Off the ropes. Try to go for a big boot. Skull gets out of the way, but gets gets flattened with that clothesline. Look at the eyeball. People in the audience rooting for the repaired. What is she thinking here? Stomping away. And here's the thing, Qiqi now also almost has a finisher as well as a signature. She does have distracted, but not distracted enough. The signature reversed. Skull, he's built it all up. If he can hit that big knee. And oh my gosh, Frankensteiner. And he's going, is he going up somewhere? No, he's just, I don't know what he's doing. He's calling for Qiqi to get up. If I were Qiqi, I wouldn't get up. He's running over towards her. Oh, but she's able to push him. No, didn't push him out of the way. It looks like he caught, like, brushed her against the face, but it also looks like he hurt his midsection. It didn't look pretty. It was effective, but it did not look good. A lot of times people say nobody wins with a high-risk maneuver, but it looks like these two in the corner. What are they thinking? Ugh! Torn apart. Qiqi gets saved by Futaba. And here's the thing, they still haven't worn down that purple bar on the great Gozu. And again, trying to wear down that purple bar. And it looks like that's not going to be the case. Oh my gosh. Qiqi might have to burn resiliency here. No? I'm sorry? Really? Huh? Excuse me. Qiqi, we weren't familiar with your game, apparently. Elbow drop to the spine. At this point, Qiqi's got to make that tag. Futaba might have to be the one who deals with the great Gozu, but that running power slam. And Qiqi getting lifted up again. Qiqi in grave danger. Into the corner, tossed, and oh my gosh, she was too short for that clothesline. Able to roll herself up, punching the great Gozu, saying he's still not staying down. What can I do against a giant like him? Into the ropes. Oh, but able to reverse that shot to the throat. But again, great Gozu just too tall. Qiqi able to slide behind him though. Shot to the back of the knee. She's this close. One more stomp, one more hit. Oh, she rolls to the outside. But it might not be good news for her. Up in powerbomb position. Oh no, not onto the steel barricades. Oh no, man. Oh no. Slammed down her back, man. Oh. Oh no, great Gozu. Gozu, no. Gozu, no. Flatten Qiqi with the axe handle. Skull looking to go top rope too, and Qiqi stunned and can't do a thing about it. Full splash. Qiqi 1, Qiqi 2, and Qiqi still, I'm sorry, huh? I'm sorry. I was gonna say, and Qiqi burns resiliency, but I'm sorry, what on earth? Can someone, somebody please explain to me how this zombie child kicked out? Because I don't know, man. Tag's been made again. And a shot right to the arm. Qiqi still standing. Trying her hardest to reverse the great Gozu. Hold on. Shot to the head. Whipped him back. Ladies and gentlemen, she finally broke down. She broke down and she broke down the purple bar and she tossed the giant. Tossing the giant great Gozu. tosses him into the corner, and doesn't go for the tag team finisher. Instead says, oh, wait a minute, that's chokeslam position. Chokeslam from the top rope. No shot, Qiqi turns him around. Tombstone. Yo. Yo. And they go for the tag team finisher. Up in the sky. Flying. Futaba. Oh my gosh. Is the great Gozu gonna have to burn resilience? That was 2 back-to-back finishers. He does. Oh my lord. This entire match, Qiqi got blasted by the great Gozu, but Qiqi fired up. She said, nah, super chokeslam, nah, tombstone, nah, tag team finisher. And again, they hit that double spine buster. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Into the ropes. Tried it a big boot, but she's too tiny. Instead, goes to the corner saying, hey, Futaba, you got a signature finisher, please. You do this. Q-Taro firing them all up. What do they got going on here? Ugh! Flying boot. What is she setting? Oh, she's setting up for the flying Futaba. Are they about to pin the great Gozu? 1, 2. Y'all. That match was all the repaired. And then Qiqi kicked it into overdrive. Oh my gosh. She said it's time for maximum overdrive. Let's talk about what happened in this fight. Up and around, splatted onto the mat. Don't forget, Skull crushed it early on in this fight. And Great Gozu crushed it for most of this fight. And then that backbreaker. Went for the pin, into the corner, and something we saw many times from them, that assisted spine buster, kept targeting the backs. And here's where things started to turn around. Great Gozu hit that, boom. Big signature, I believe, went for the pinfall, and Qiqi did not burn resiliency. Everybody looked around saying, I'm sorry, what? What on earth? And then he went to the top rope, big giant elbow right across the throat. Skull responded right afterwards and said, all right, let me assist with that, and a big splash into the pinfall. We thought she was so hurt, she was so battered, she'd use resilience, but it still kicked out without it. And after that giant choke slam, Qiqi said, hey, this giant, the bigger they are, the harder they hit when their skull goes into the ground, and flying Futaba finishes off. Y'all. Qiqi and Futaba, I think they may have found their stride. Oh my gosh. That's all she wrote for this tag team match. Hey, give me the stars real quick. Goodness gracious. And that's it. That was sure a show. My gosh. Alright, y'all, what a match. Futaba and Qiqi go a little crazy. Qiqi especially was not familiar with her game. Futaba, she knows when to be in the ring and when not to be in the ring. They might go the distance. I'll be real. I think it might be it might be time for them to start thinking seriously about a potential tag team title opportunity. That being said, that's the future for them potentially. Let's talk about the past for Panette. Panette has had a trying couple of months and maybe boiled over in the main event of Fracture this past Friday. Attack Neo. Unsure why. Neo and Rakuto Solom had nothing to do with each other, and we don't even know, we didn't see Marin there either, so we're not sure if Marin had anything to do with this either. I'm not sure, but what I am sure is that Taylor is backstage right here, right now, and he is looking to get to the bottom of it. So, without further ado, let's kick it to our backstage interviewer, and let's see what Taylor can figure out. Taylor, get him. Hello everyone, it's me, Taylor, and Mr. Avi's put me in charge of backstage interviews in addition to my secretary duties. And I guess I have our first one here today. Everyone, welcome Panette. Hi Panette. I'm supposed to ask you mainly why you did what you did this past Friday. You, Hina, and Neil were having a really good match. It was a really awesome match that they were having. They were both really giving it their all, and you kind of just, you interfered and you attacked Neo. I don't even think you and Neo have ever crossed paths, so everyone's kind of just wondering why. I don't know. I don't tend to read the chat. What did they call him? A hockey stick? Wait, Neo, no, this is an interview. Help, can we get some help? Hello? Oh, bother. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait, I'm sorry. I was 100% in the middle of just drinking water and just checking messages from our GMs. Neo, first of all, I feel like we gotta talk about everything that Panette just said, but I don't know if we're gonna have a moment to. Cause she's brawling it out with Neo. Neo, during this interview, threw a hockey stick right at the back of Panette's head. Caught her unawares, but it looks like Panette now back in control. Goodness gracious. Panette frustrated with the fans. The fans, the reason that she is attacking Neo, called Neo the flavor of the month. Neo still fighting back though. Gets the knee up. And a super kick right to Panette. This is not the brawl that I was expecting to see. I was expecting just a promo backstage. It was Taylor's. Oh man, Taylor's gonna be so like, not frustrated, but he's gonna be. He's not gonna trust these interviews anymore, man. He was supposed to have just a nice, calm interview. I was like, Panette's probably just gonna want to speak her mind, and honestly, it looked like Panette was just gonna speak her mind, and then Neo got involved. But I don't blame Neo in the slightest, because Panette got involved in her match against Hina this past Fracture. Goodness gracious, and they're just fighting literally all across. Oh lord. Yo, Neo, please don't go up on that catwalk. We can't handle. Neither of you are champions. Going through that light is bad enough, but after that might be even worse. Might have bruised ribs. After that fall, goodness gracious. Shot to the face. Panette reversing with a Hurricane Rana, and you have to imagine these two. I didn't think that they had like some intense hate for each other, but I'm starting to think that they do. I'm starting to think that they do, and I feel like really it's Panette's hate that's directed at. It feels like the fans. It feels like you guys called you guys, for lack of better terms, flipping frauds. I was trying to just censor it because Panette is really not happy. Is really not happy. Glass shattered all over the place. You know how many times we got to replace windows? Luckily, not that often. Not that often. Not often do they. Well, now we got to replace multiple windows. I shouldn't have said something. I shouldn't have said nothing. I feel like I've jinxed it. But like, you know, look, it's fine. It's fine. I'm concerned for the health and well-being of these two because, as I was saying earlier, all these attacks backstage, all these falls, this is completely unprotected territory. There's no matting back here. There's literally a parking lot, a garage right there. There's a parking lot outside. Every one of these hits, every one of these slams, every one of these like neck breakers, cutters, it's hurting you and it's hurting your opponent because you're falling on it too. When it's on the mat, you're like, oh yeah, I got the most of that. My opponent's really feeling it. Nasty clothesline by Neo. Yo, I actually don't know whose car this is, but let me tell you, they're having a bad time. They need to just not park here anymore, because this car has been through a lot in the AW. We've seen people's heads go through the driver's side window. I don't know whose car this is. I'm gonna have to look at the license plate and figure out whose car it is, because I feel like I need to. I'm sure Taylor has already figured it out and then given them the associated funds that they need. But for right now, I'm just kind of bewildered. Bewildered that it's gone this far so quickly. And I think maybe this has just been festering Panette for the past couple of weeks. They say that sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you, but that's not true. Words will hurt bad, and Panette is trying to make those words into physical pain. On to Neo, and Neo not somebody, I don't think, maybe so, maybe not. Not somebody who's called Panette a fraud. In fact, Neo can't even really speak. Neo talks in signs a lot of times, but like, this is kind of insanity at this point. I do truly and sincerely believe this is too much. No, not the concussion, not on the concussion on the asphalt. It's a parking lot. It's literally, we've literally like patched up that area because there was like a pothole, but it's just slamming people relentlessly on the ground. Goodness gracious. What is she doing with the ambulance? Yo, this has been a lengthy attack. This has been long. Panette's still in firm control. Actually, I wouldn't call it firm control. She just got ran into a car a couple of times. I'm surprised neither of these two are busted open at this point. Calling all around. Oh, an uppercut with a traffic cone. Low-key sounds despicable. Goes to get the stop sign again and just tosses it and makes her way. No, not up. Just stomping on Neo. Neo, at this point, is going to need some help. Going to need some assistance. Up on the shoulders. And again, that rolling fireman's carry. And it looks like Panette's trying to return the favor and jump onto Neo. Neo, hold on a minute. Able to get up quickly. Still got a lot of fight left in her. If there's one thing that we've learned from this attack, it's that Neo, first of all, is not going to take anything like this lying down. If someone strikes her, she's striking back. Secondly, Neo. It's a whole lot of, I won't even say heart. I don't know if this is all heart specifically, but I'll tell you what it is. It's grit. She's got a lot of grit. She's a fighter. She's fighting a brawler right now, so this is kind of really Panette's territory. She is the brawler of their group, and busted open. That elbow strike directly to the forehead bloodied her, bludgeoned her, and a code breaker by Neo. Saying this is over. And I don't know what over means in terms of Neo pushing away. Panette saying it ain't over yet. And a Hurricane Rana. Y'all, I thought she was about to Hurricane Rana her off of the whole ambulance. That was terrifying. Clothesline. They just need to get down from there. They need to get down from there for real, because this is it's too much. It's too... Dang. Dang. Goodness gracious. They need to chill. I feel like at this point we might need to like text. I might need to text the general managers. This is a bit much. This is far too much. Fighting in the ambulance, near the ambulance. But not trying to close doors. We got a different angle. Oh, I can't switch the angles for the security cam. I forgot I can do that. And she's closed it. Did she lock the door? I think she locked the door to the ambulance. I think Neo's stuck in there. Yeah, Neo's stuck in there. Yo, get Panette to chill. Triple question mark. What do you mean can't she's heading to the ring? What do you mean can't she's heading to the ring? She locked Neo in an ambulance. Why is she going to the ring? Can we get a cut to the ring? Anybody? Hold on. Cut to ring. Please, question mark. Send. On it, they're on it. Yeah, I was gonna say apparently it's up. Yeah, here we go. I was gonna say Panette's already in the ring. Bullying Sammy. For what? Oh, she bullied him into starting the match. And she's forcing Sammy to count. She said she didn't start this brawl, but she still wants the victory. Neo's out of the ambulance. Is she gonna make it? Oh gosh, there might have been something wrong with her leg there. We're already at a count of, goodness gracious. She's up the ramp. That's close to the backstage area. It's gonna be close. It's cutting it close. Just missed. Oh my gosh. It was 10. Sammy's trying to break this thing up. Y'all, Sammy was like, you just lost the match. Sammy was pressured into starting this match in the first place, and Neo's still incensed about all of it. Goodness gracious. The bell's already rung. It's ringing again. Sammy tried to break this thing up, but they're going. Everything Panette said had to have struck a chord, called Neo a flavor of the month. And now we're seeing these two go at it, flipping, picking the leg, German suplexes. Oh my gosh, neck first into the turnbuckles. This is, they're not fighting, they're brawling. This is no longer a match. This is no longer a match. Technically, oh, missed that dropkick. Neo has time to recover. Into the ropes. But again, a reversal by Panette. And now it's crazy that they've got real graps going on here. There's nobody really to break them up. Sammy really just saying, hey, come on, we gotta stop this. But they're still not stopping this fight. We thought we had them separated. Sammy thought he had them separated, but no, it's still not the case. Dragged all the way over to the corner. Sammy really trying to break this fight up, saying the match is over. And this time Neo saying, no, it's not over yet. It's not over until I whoop her. Shot to the back. Off the ropes. DDT with authority. Neo now calling for Panette to get up. That's way across the ring, and she still was about to hit it, but Panette stepped out of the way. Off the ropes, big splash, but misses. Panette not having a good time off of those ropes. And Neo happy to take advantage of it. Panette may be a little too cocky, maybe a little too emotional in this fight. Rolling out of the ring, Neo wisely steps out. Panette trying to celebrate, and Neo saying, oh wait, Neo maybe baited her in there. Up on the shoulders, roll through. Back first to the mat. These two already went at it. They already went toe-to-toe at it earlier, backstage, in a brawl. This time the Neo did initiate, and Panette used that as an opportunity to run to the ring and say, hey, Sammy, start this match and start the count. Big clothesline. But a reversal there by Neo. Knee right to the skull, maybe even the chest of Panette. But Panette fires back the brawler. Big chops. Up and over. And this is what you don't want to see. Turning Neo around over and over again. Oh no! Concussion! Connects. And she's calling for Neo to get up. Neo, ooh, Neo who hits the reversal. Neo knee! That knee strike can come out of anywhere. Ran right at her. And look at this, trying to tear her hair out. But Panette able to get out of it. Once again, there are no rules here. No rules at all. And look at this. It looks like trying to rip off the boot. Unbutton some of those buttons so she can't run at her. Runs at her, and she might twist an ankle or something. You lose that support. But look at that kick right to that of Panette. And a stomp to the back. Calling for it. Neo lifts her up and slams her down. With authority. She could be thinking about that Neo knee again, but Panette not privy on letting it happen. A big boot of her own right to the face. Y'all, this has been a longer brawl than honestly, at this point, I didn't think they had this much fight left in them. After the backstage shenanigans they just went through. Panette once again on the apron, on the springboard. It hasn't worked out well for her at all, but this time she gets all of that missile drop kick from the springboard position. Going middle rope, Neo turns around. Panette said, come on, get up. Drop kick again. And going, I thought middle rope, but instead kind of walking around. Turns her around. Oh no. Oh no. I think she choked her out. Yeah, I think she choked her out. I think after everything that just went on, she choked her out. Panette had maybe mercy at the end of that, because I'll tell you what, they went at it. They went at it, but at the end of the day, it was all over for Neo. But I don't think that's the end of this. I don't think that's the end of this at all. I didn't think that they were going to have this sort of, like, feud. I thought this was going to be like a one-and-done kind of thing, but this match didn't even happen. It didn't even go down. Goodness gracious. Really troubling words from Panette, admittedly, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I still need to process it. You guys, let me know how you feel about Panette's words tonight. Able to get the upper hand on Neo. Last time, not so much. This time, it was her time. It was her time, but Neo actually instigated this one. I think Panette was more than happy to have the match, but they went backstage. Panette, it looked like, tried to lock her in the ambulance and then run out to force Sammy to start the match and count her out, which is crazy. Which is crazy work. But I digress. We're moving on. We have a fatal 4-way match. We have the brand new Fight Forever champion, as well as the former Fight Forever champion Tartaros. We have Amy Rose, who proved herself at the Ticket to Paradise, but was a little bit short, came up short, and we have Deity Miku, who's had her entire group go crazy over the past couple of days. Can she go crazy tonight? We'll find out together as the stars go. Black. All right. Out first. Amy Rose. I'm not entirely sure this is her song. Hope they didn't change any of the IDs during that last update when they added DLC. That's a future me problem. The current me solution is seeing Amy Rose, one of the various people who proved themselves in the King Deity Hammer Time Open Challenge, even in loss. We got a couple other people from that Hammer Time Open Challenge who we're still working on getting contracts for. Amy, though, is officially signed to the AWE, looking to make this the Amy WE. Let's see how she does tonight. She's up against a Royal Rumble winner, a former Fight Forever champion, and the leader of what feels like a cult. But I digress. I digress. And out next is actually the Royal Rumble winner based on the song. It is the one and only, the Fight Forever champion, Mondo Owater. Oh, hold on a minute. There he is, AWE Fight Forever champion. You know him, you love him, Mondo. Parked his bicycle and really wanted to savor walking to the ring tonight. For the first time walking into a match as Fight Forever champion. That title will be on the line soon. I'm not sure if it's at Rebellion Live. I'll talk to our general managers. We'll see if we can find an opponent for Mondo. That being said, let's see how it all plays out. Mondo, first singles champion, wants to ride through the summer, walk into AV Mania as Fight Forever champion. That's going to be difficult, as March is the only one. March is the one who's had the longest reign of all time so far. We'll see what Mondo's able to do with this belt. Tonight he's got a fatal four-way. Imagine one of these four pins Mondo. If it's like Miku, I don't know if that's really going to mean too much. Or Amy, but you know, that might put their name in like March's picture, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fatal four-way though, only one pinfall is what it takes to win. Mondo, best of luck to you. Had a fantastic Ticket to Paradise. Also, isn't Tartaros' music? They definitely did something with the music in this game, but that is a future me problem. Tartaros, not his usual music, but I'll tell you what. Still a lad, still a legend. On his retirement tour, has great hair, admittedly. But let's see what he's able to accomplish tonight. Tartaros, the former Fight Forever champion, I'm sure looking to get his hands on Mondo tonight, not for nothing. Looking to get his hands on Mondo tonight, saying, hey, that's the guy who took my championship. I lost a lot of respect for Mondo after he attacked me, weaseled his way into a Fight Forever championship match. The hatred that he felt for Mondo who attacked him, for Qiqi who attacked him. Tartaros took out Qiqi but couldn't deliver the final blow to Mondo. Lost his championship, but tonight, imagine Tartaros pins Mondo. Imagine Tartaros pins Mondo in this fatal four-way match. Then we might have to talk. I think that's exactly Tartaros' plan. He said, Amy, forget about her. Miku, forget about her. Give me Mondo. Let's see it all play out. And last but not least, a woman who's had a very good couple of weeks for her followers, for her disciples. She is their leader. Her first time competing in singles action in a little bit since fighting Cherry and getting a W. I'm sorry. Why are they here?
And representing the acolytes from the internet, Miku.
That is Miku. That is certainly true. That is definitely her. I have questions, and probably not a lot of answers, unfortunately. Why does she have them with her? Is this actually a 6-on-6 tag team match? I don't think Tartaros and Mondo... I need to check my phone. Maybe there was an update from the general manager, so... No, they're still listening to the Fatal 4-Way in our chat. Okay. Are they just... I didn't know you could have this many managers ringside in a Fatal 4-Way match. Apparently so. Goodness gracious. Mitsurai vibrating over there. As this match kicks off, Mondo immediately going after Deity Miku. Going for a big slam immediately. And on the other side, Amy starting to take it to Tartaros, has him on the ropes. Miku with a reversal on Mondo, trying to take to the Fight Forever Champions. Kick to the small to the back. Go for a quick pinfall, which is a questionable one. Still got the one. Admittedly, still did get to one. Standing moonsault. As Tartaros now slaps Amy in the back of the head. Amy steps out of the way. Looks like the both of them tried to team up against Tartaros there for a second. Amy taking it to Miku into the corner. And a punch right to the jaw. But Mondo right behind her. Fatal 4-Way, they know that it's just one fall. Beats them all. Drop, no, not a drop kick. Mondo pushes her out of the way, but didn't see Amy behind him. And a kick right to Amy. Miku going for a knee strike, and Tartaros saw Mondo, saw the opportunity, saying, get out of here, and now tosses a Deity like she ain't nothing. And goes for the pinfall. And not even, couldn't even get to one. Now here's the other thing in a Fatal 4-Way match. You can kind of more safely go for pins. Like if you kick out, you get that extra bit of signature, but if someone breaks up your pin, you don't get that extra bit of signature. Big old strong slam by Tartaros. Miku rolling out of the ring. Big clubbing forearm to Mondo. Exactly what he wanted to see, saying, let me get... I was going to say let me get Mondo, but instead they work together for a second, but not working in the slightest. Big old backhand. And kiss from a rose, Amy, this early might be able to take down somebody's resiliency. 1, 2. Broke it up. Save Mondo's resiliency. And now Miku going for a pinfall on Tartaros, which was not a terrible idea, admittedly. Tartaros was the one who got hit by the finisher. Back broken. Amy hit with a nasty knee and a pin. No, I thought it was a submission there for a second. Pinfall. Everyone's still down. 1, 2. Kick out. No resiliency used. Qtaro tossing a chair to the Deity, and ooh, I think she was going for that move that she calls forgiveness, and instead gets hit by a kiss from a rose on the outside. The other two are distracted. Miku has no resiliency. 1, 2. Kicks out. Survives, and Tartaros gets thwacked as well by Miku. I'm sorry, by Amy. Yo, Amy's going crazy. Amy's going wild. Goes for the pinfall on Tartaros. Both of them step back in to didn't try and break it up. Instead, Miku said, he'll kick out. I'm gonna get you instead. Penalty kick. Nearly kicking his head off. Has to pay attention. Amy over there. Taking it to Tartaros with another kiss from a rose. Goodness gracious. Incredible move. And trying to go after the knee of Miku. Amy. Oh my gosh. Miku trying to steal it. 1, 2. Broken up. And save Tartaros' resiliency. Ooh, and a super kick to the back of the head of Mondo. And now everybody's about to be outside the ring. Maybe said it a little too soon. Dragged over towards the ropes. And what is Miku thinking here? Tossing Amy to the outside. Tartaros also there, but Mondo in the way. Mondo actually has a... Oh! Miku ran into the chair! Oh my gosh! Mondo just held it there instead. Bam! Tossed. Couldn't get that high-flying maneuver. Tartaros got up quick. Tries to take Miku down. Does. not giving a Deity a moment to breathe, but able to get the reversal off. And a big knee strike again. But look behind you. Mondo drops you right on to the former Fight Forever champion. Mondo now staring at his past, but could not focus up. Amy standing moonsault, but turns around. And that move we've seen her do over and over again that she calls forgiveness. But right behind her's Mondo, didn't see him, and now broken up with ease. Now hold on, what is Qiqi doing? Taking off the turnbuckle pad. Oh, the other turnbuckle pad's also removed. Ugh. Her back, the turnbuckle pad, man. And Mondo might be in danger too. Chest, big schmeedy chest too first. Into the exposed turnbuckle, and oh my gosh. The chair. Looks like she was going off the ropes potentially. Amy caught her from behind. Amy getting sent to the exposed turnbuckle too. Elbow drop to the back. Tartaros back up to his feet. Tartaros finally getting the revenge he sought on Mondo. Oh, but look who's climbing the top rope. Poor timing again. Tried to go for a double axe handle. Amy was out of the way. Lifted up over the top. Amy's going crazy. Miku with the reversal. And again into the exposed turnbuckle on the outside. The boys are doing battle. Inside of the ring, a moonsault may be getting Miku one step closer to winning this match as that knee strike connects. Goes for the pinfall again. Mondo there to break it up. But he's getting distracted. Qiqi called out to him. Qiqi distracted Mondo. Qiqi distracted Mondo, and you know the three of them have history from Ticket to Paradise. Maybe that's exactly why Miku brought them out there. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, and there was a kick out there. This is a well-fought, honestly not super long match by these four turned around. And there it is. Forgiveness is what she calls it. Drops you right on your face. Potentially bust you open. And that knee strike connecting again. Mondo, and here's what we're talking about. He was distracted there by Qiqi. Qiqi saying, I should have been champion. You didn't pin me. Tartaros did. And instead, Miku picks up the victory. It has been such a good week for her and her friends, her and her disciples. I apologize. Qiqi, the game changer tonight. Not so much in the previous match, but definitely in this one. Apparently there's still some ire between Mondo and Qiqi, and Mitarai is here. He's certainly here. That is the match. Okay. Fair enough. Everybody had their spots, but then all of a sudden, that distraction was enough to put Amy away and distract Mondo. Tartaros tried to get in there, y'all. What a fight. All right. The stars, they go. Black. Miku picks up a big victory tonight. In fact, so did the disciples. Big victory tonight. They might be dangerous, y'all. They might be dangerous. That being said, it's main event time. Ladies and gentlemen, Rinkah versus Cassius Bright, two former champions at the start of Ticket to Paradise. Both lost their championships at Ticket to Paradise. That being said, tonight, they look to put on a banger. An unashamed banger. So let's see if they can do that right here, right now, as for the last time to go into a match tonight. The stars go. Oh. Black. Put the controller down nicely there. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be in for something special. Because I'll be real, this one could go either way. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Nobody loses here. In fact, the only winner here, I think, is all of us. We've gotten a dream match 2 nights ago, and tonight we're getting potentially another one. One that, I'll be real, if you told me 3 months ago, I didn't think we'd ever see. But tonight, a night of intergender wrestling sees the queen of the AWE, Rinkah, go toe-to-toe with Cassius Bright. Both of these two have had a very strong 2025 up until Ticket to Paradise, where they both were both slain for their titles. Rinkah, at the start of this year, competed in the Royal Crown tournament. Devastated every competitor, speared her way through that tournament, speared her way through the crown, and then speared her way through the AWE champion at the time, who was Queen. Won the title. This year, she started the Flame Tribe, along with Bernice and Hu Tao, and then Yukiko. They all held gold at one point during this year. Now it's just the tag team champions. Rinkah looking to help Yukiko get her gold back by beating Sayaka Mizuno in 2 weeks' time, or I guess a week from Friday, at Rebellion Live. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, not for nothing, but I'm excited to find out. Rinkah tonight is more than happy. Cassius Bright said he's looking for capable sparring partners. He found one of the best that he could in Golden. Tonight, he's got Rinkah. And I could talk all night, and we'll save a lot of that for the match, as these two go toe-to-toe. Cassius Bright versus Rinkah. Cassius, he said it during his promo last night. Let's just talk a little bit about, not last night, Friday night. Let's talk a little bit about this. Cassius Bright, he is one of the greatest of all time. He is kind of that guy. Let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. Cassius is one of the greatest. He's one of the GOATs. He helped make the AWE All-Star Champion. Ito was the first champion. Cassius was the second champion. He held it all the way from Brawloween all the way over to Ticket to Paradise. Several championship matches, including one where the former golden ticket holder cashed in. Still won the match, and in fact, he pinned that golden ticket holder, who was Al Haytham. Tonight, Cassius looks to make the most of this fight, trying to get his mind off of what's going on behind the scenes, what Estelle could potentially be caught up in. You see, he's gonna hold his head there for a second, saying, all right, let's get focused. He's been looking for fantastic sparring partners. It doesn't get better in a 2-day notice than Golden and Rinkah, not for nothing, and starting off with a hefty clothesline. Rinkah not looking to go easy on Cassius Bright. Doesn't go easy on anybody in the ring. Even, real grabs initiated. I was gonna say even when Rinkah was fighting Cherry Berry. Cherry was attacked early in that match by Rinkah. Asked the referee to check on Cherry, saying, if you want this fight, I'm gonna go all the way. Are you sure you want this? You can back out now. Gave Cherry an out. Cherry said, yes, I'm still ready to fight. I want to prove myself. Rinkah murdered her in 3 minutes. Cherry experienced a second death. That being said, I don't think that's gonna happen to Cassius Bright. This match ain't gonna go for 3 minutes. It's gonna go wild. Kipped up after a moonsault, which is crazy, and they're back in real Graps territory. Rinkah getting the advantage on Cassius Bright, has him up against the ropes. Sammy there to break him up. Rinkah with a shot right to Cassius, over through the ropes, goes underneath, goes over, and a Hurricane Rana. We've seen that from Rinkah before, usually goes into a pinfall right afterwards. Very excited for a 1, 2 count. And I need to point out, Rinkah had a very easy fracture, speared Sayaka Mizuno 3 times. Oh my gosh! Slingshot spear! Oh. out of nowhere with the spear. When we said Rinkah wasn't gonna hold back, I guess we were serious. Cassius able to get out of the way. Rolls Rinkah up. Beautiful roll-up maneuver, bridging into it. One. Just a one count. Oh my gosh. Y'all. Cassius said he wanted competition. He said he wanted sparring partners, and boy did he get one. Rinkah bringing her all against Cassius. Bright Cassius. Big chops, big hits. Taking Rinkah down and going to the corner. We saw him do this against Golden. And that Cassius super kick out of the corner knocks her stiff. Rinkah able to stand up. Oh goodness gracious. Cassius returning fire. And could be thinking about that bracer hold. Lift her right back up. Oh, but slap the hand out of the way. Going for the choke slam. Cassius deep arm drag instead. Now it's a signature. Has a finisher. Might have Rinkah's number tonight if he's able to hit them both. Cassius waits for Rinkah to get into the corner. He's running. Big chop. Pushed through and a drop kick. Goes for the pinfall. Rinkah has no resiliency right now. One, and didn't need it. That was a kick out of one. No finishers hit, but we did see a signature earlier. And plucking the leg. Bracer hold, center of the ring, nowhere near the ropes. Is Rinkah gonna have to burn resiliency right here, right now? No, Rinkah actually rolls. No, doesn't roll out of it. Uses some aggression to get out of it. Usually we see people roll out of that move. But instead, Rinkah showing exactly what she's made of. Not letting Cassius get a moment to breathe. Ooh! Diving shoulder block, it looked like, by Rinkah, as she's sending Cassius' foot right into the mat. Outside the ring, Rinkah looking to build up some momentum, tossing Cassius towards the barricade. Try to go for a stomp there. Oh my gosh, a gator roll. Into a slam onto the mat. And another one, goodness gracious. That's the power game by Rinkah. Oh no, chokeslam onto the concrete. That's onto the concrete on the outside. Oh my gosh. She directly targeted that onto the concrete area, the non-protected part. Oh goodness gracious, Cassius Bright, is he okay? One, he is just fine. And a spear! He might not be fine anymore. One, two, he burns resiliency. Oh my gosh. A chokeslam onto concrete wasn't enough to put Cassius away for resiliency. Rinkah said, alright, I gotta spear. I gotta spear him. Jumping right over top. Cassius Bright sending Rinkah flying. You gotta imagine he's starting to wonder, alright. Rinkah's pretty good. Incredible moonsault off the ropes. Rinkah trying to drag herself to the side. The longer and slower this match goes, I think it goes in Rinkah's favor. Cassius Bright can fight any kind of match though. Drop kick, sending Rinkah flying. And you gotta imagine Cassius saying, let me return the favor. Going up to the top, double stomp. Shades of his protege Kaito with that moon landing. Certainly, he's not thinking about going for it again. Certainly, he's just gonna give Rinkah some time. No, steps in, steps out. Wanna make sure that he's got all the time in the world. Rinkah kips back. Now, I'll tell you what, Rinkah's burned resiliency on Cassius Bright. Oh my gosh, Rinkah again up to the top rope. Ugh! Single arm strike, it wasn't a double axe handle. It might have been a flying chop, not for nothing. A couple more shots to Cassius. These two, this has been a fight. This has been a brawl. And another choke slam on the outside, back and neck first on the apron. Cassius had this match on lock early on. Oh, but look who used adrenaline in his soul. And that put him right back into this fight. Lickety split. Kick right to the back of the neck. Rinkah wisely going into the corner saying, alright, hold on a minute. Can't have that. Back first. Rinkah with the reversal. Cassius, though, super kick right to the jaw. Rinkah has no resiliency. That could be all she wrote. 1, 2, did he snipe the win? He did not. Oh my gosh. I thought he sniped the victory, but responding with a resiliency, I'm sorry, adrenaline of her own. They've both got it in their souls. Rolled through. Kick right to the head. Cassius Bright 2 finishers, Rinkah 1. Cassius has that bracer hold. He's got other finishers too, but we haven't seen him use them in 2K25. Oh, we actually have seen him potentially go for this. Phoenix Splash, he calls it void, and Helix 1, 2. Resiliency burned on Rinkah. Ladies and gentlemen, what a fight, what a brawl we got. Went for that, and the spear! Rolled out of the way, and that's 1. That's... Sammy must have gotten hit earlier because that count was slow. Rolled through, and I'd like to point out, look at that. That might be all she wrote tonight. Rinkah's been hit with a couple of finishers, a couple of signatures, and is leaning back. Wait a minute. She was almost tapping out, but she got out of it. She almost tapped out, but she got out of it. Oh man, moonsault to the back. Rolled through, ladies and gentlemen. That might be all she wrote for Rinkah, rather. 1, 2, and what a fight those two put on. Oh no. No, hold on, wait a minute. And Sayaka gets the last laugh. Again, an incredible fight between Cassius Bright and somebody at the top of their division. Cassius comes out on top. Rinkah was happy to get that match, just as happy as I'm sure Golden was, but Sayaka ruined this moment for her. Yo. Yo, what a show, and what a match that was too. Let's get out of here. Moonsault to the back. Cassius Bright, he's built different, y'all. Deity Miku played the mind games. Saw Tartaros outside of the ring, saw Mondo getting in the ring, called to Q-Taro, and Mondo's anger got the better of him. Amy Rose ate the pin. This match never started. It started with Taylor getting a fantastic interview, but afterwards it did not end so well. These two kind of go hard. I'm gonna be real. I don't know what they put in the punch bowl at the Deity Miku headquarters, or the Miku Cathedral, or whatever they're calling it, but everybody needs to drink some of that. And lastly, in a honestly a very fun back and forth, Sage able to pick up a victory over the AWE champion. Y'all, what a show. That is our Rebellion. Let's check out the news real quick. We got some snooze. Any snooze? Not much snooze. We got Rinkah being ambushed by Mizono's reckless attack after her one-on-one. The champion sending a powerful message. Warning her rival by clubbing her behind with the title. That is the most accurate thing I've ever read on the news. Sayaka looking for the last laugh. Neo rushed to the ring after getting counted out. Referee could not control them. The match was already counted out. And the result was those two continue to brawl it out. And Makoto suffered a minor injury in that match against Sage, which was a tough match, not for nothing. That is our Rebellion. I do not have the next Rebellion set up, so we do not have anything for that. Wacha-cha me or Stars me. Back over. Thank you all for watching. Next week we have Rebellion. The next Sunday after that we will not, because we'll be live that Friday with Rebellion live for the first time in a little bit. Every time there's 5 Fridays, Rebellion hits that Friday live instead. It is looking to be a fantastic show. The Rebellion lives, they always tend to be like a, hey, this is a can't miss live event. We're gonna have a lot of championships on the line. Arrow and the Swing. It looks like we'll likely have Panette versus Neo. I'm excited to find out what goes down, which titles go where, and it'll happen soon. Very soon, sooner than you know it. I'll see you guys next week for Rebellion. Until then, I'm the United States Aviator. This is the AWE. Toodaloo Flight Crew. Thank you, as always, for watching.